Hello everyone, welcome to a new process video today. I am working on 6x8 pocket pages. I have photos from Salzburg, Austria. And in this layout I also have part of a bulletin or program, I guess you'd call it. On the other side I have the front, so this was part of a previous layout. This is the part of the program that actually shows what was played. And at first I wasn't going to use that. I was going to let me grab it here. I was going to just use this piece of paper as a 6x8 and put this photo on it and have that as my layout. I've decided I don't want to do that. I've changed my mind. So now I'm going to have a photo flip over here to get both of those on there. I'm going to take the back side of this because I noticed it has music on it. And it has this lovely flower here that matches my color scheme. So there's red here, there's red over here and in the background. So I'm going to cut this to a 4x6 and use it as the pocket card that goes in between these two. Plus probably put something else on it. I don't know what, but something probably. So I have that. And then that way I can use the actual itinerary of the pieces that were played. So I don't know that I'm going to add anything to this because I kind of like it just as it is. So most of the embellishing and adding of things is going to happen on this side. I know I have a lot of dead space down here, so I could really do something with this if I want to. So I'm going to guess that something will happen here. I'm going to guess right now this one will be left alone. Not sure about this one. And then I need the pocket card that goes in between. So the first thing I did was I cut down that piece of paper. So now I have my 4x6. So that will be on the back of this photo and it'll sit like this when the flip is opened. So I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with that. I kind of like it as it is, but I don't want to have just a piece of filler paper in there. So I'm not sure. I need to figure out what else I can do with it. And then I feel like this needs something up here too, but I've got something in the upper right-hand corner here. So to have something on the upper portion here feels possibly strange. So I'm not sure what to do about that. So I think I'm going to focus on this photo first and get something in this lower portion here. When I went into my stash of stuff, I have a bunch of circular elements that I keep together, and I found this. It's actually a sticker, and it's a great shade of red for this. And at first I thought I was going to put it down here, but I don't like how the circle part would overlap, and I've already got a circular line here. So I decided that wasn't the appropriate place for it. And then I thought maybe I could get away with doing it here, because this is in the upper right. This is still the top half of the photo, but it's in the middle. That maybe that would be okay. So I think I'm going to stick with that. And then I'll just stamp something in there. So I need to go through my miscellaneous phrases and find something that would apply to these photos. All right, I have found a phrase that I want to use. So I have the sticker here. I have my black Memento ink that I'm going to use. And this is the set that I've selected. This is called Here's the Story. It's from Kelly Perky 2017. I don't know if it's still available, but that's the set. If you're interested and you want to try and find it online somewhere, now you have the info. I'm going to use this stamp that says yes to this, and I'm going to put it right in the bottom half, and that way I can overlap the top and cut off the excess. So that is my next step. I have done my stamping, and then I applied the sticker and I've let it hang off the edge as far as I want it there. So I'm just going to cut off the excess. I'm going to use my old gunky craft scissors since this is very sticky with adhesive. There we go. And then I do think I want to put in a staple up top there. So I will do that. There we go. And then that's probably it with that photo. Let's see how it looks there. I like it. Yeah, I definitely think though, seeing that and that this is going to be on the other side with some red, I do think I need something red down here. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that I have that would go there. But if worse comes to worse, I have a set of stamps for making labels. I could make my own in the right color of red that I want, stamp something in it and call it good. I haven't completely given up on finding some type of embellishment, but I just know that I have that option if I need it. When I went back to look at my stuff, I did come across these. These are brand new stuff that just came out maybe a month or two ago. It's from the Out and About line from Pink Fresh Studio. And this red label, very simple, but it would work. And I think I will actually do something similar to what I did here, where I will put it on the bottom. I thought I was going to put it over on the left side, but because of the angle of this lamp and this curved line, I think it would be better to actually do this. Stamp something very small, let a little bit hang off the bottom, clip it off, staple it just like I did the top, and then it all looks cohesive. So that is my current plan for this. So I cut out the sticker there so that I can stamp on the label. And I think I have found something that may fit in there. This is the stamp set. And I like this one that says looking back, because not only am I looking back to do the album, but we were standing there on these steps and I just happened to look over my shoulder and notice that this was there. So I figured it was appropriate in more than one way. So this is the stamp set, and this is, it's kind of hard to see, but it's from Felicity Jane. It's 2016. It's called Sophie, so it's kind of old by now. I'm not sure if you can find it anywhere, but it is Felicity Jane if you need to go looking for it. So I'm going to take off this stamp that says looking back and stamp it on here. The stamping that I did fit perfectly in that spot. Couldn't really ask for better. So I'm going to peel it off. Oops, here we go. And then overlap it similarly to what I did up top. And I want it just hanging over the edge enough so that there's some for me to clip off there. I think that looks about even. Yes. So now I will cut off the edge and go from there. I went back to the set of stickers that I had, these, where I found the label earlier, and I noticed that this little sticker was in there. And it says, "Love this view." Now, I'm sure they meant that for something completely different than what I've used it for, but I don't care. Because I did love this view. We were in the front row, that close to the musicians, and so I did enjoy the view of the stage where they were going to play. So I decided to put that on there. So this front part is probably done. That only leaves then this back card that's going to be in the flip. And for this one, I'm thinking two things. I could either add some sequins, drop sequins in there and fuse the pocket closed to give it a little bling. Then it might blend nicely with this. And I know I have gold and white, so I could make that in there. I also have some little green leaves. So if I really wanted to, I could add those. That might be a bit much, so not sure about that. And also because I am trying to keep this relatively flat, I'm not sure that sequins is 100% the way I want to go. I also have this. I have this little chunk of this sparkly gold doily left, and I've just been hanging on to it, not really knowing what I was going to do with it. I could attach it to the side of this card and probably leave it like it is, because you can see that there are music notes here. It fits with the theme of a concert, plus it brings in the gold. I could probably do that and call it good. I'm just not sure I'm 100% sold on that option either. So I think I'm going to go off camera, think about it for a little while, and then I'll come back. So as I was thinking more about this card, I really want to use this doily. Isn't that sad? I am a little motivated by product here, I admit it. But I really want to keep that, but I thought it would need something else. And so I've decided I'm going to stamp probably somewhere near the bottom here because there's some dead space. And I do have a couple of stamp sets that are related to music in some way. I also have this one, which includes not just music, but podcasts and other things. This is a Kelly Perky set. This one is called Playlist. It's also from 2016, so this is an older one. But I like on here that it says they're playing my song. I love classical music, and my friend does too, and that's why we chose to go to this concert when we were in Salzburg. And like, we were so overcome with the idea that, hey, we're sitting where Mozart actually played. Like, it was an emotional event. It did feel like they were playing my song. And so I think that's very appropriate for here. So I'm going to stamp that probably down here, and then this one might be done. I wanted to do the stamping first to make sure that if I screwed up, I could cover it up or do something else with it. But it turned out great. So there, I stamped on it. That part's done. So really all I have to do now is attach the lovely gold doily. All right, so I attached that and now I've got it in the flip so you can see. This will be the front. When it flips open, it'll open like that. That'll be how the layout looks. Now, interestingly, I picked this particular page protector because it's made by Stampin' Up! And they're the only company I found where they make the 4x6 on top and the 2 3x4 on the bottom. And I like that look. However, when you do a photo flip, the adhesive needs to attach the whole way, and Stampin' Up's page protectors have this little cutout thing. So if I were going to stick with this and use these, I would have to cut down this part. I'd have to completely cut it out for it to stick. If there were something heavier in here, if I had more embellishments on there, I might think twice about that. Flip the photos and just go to a regular page protector. Since this is flat and I don't have anything else in there, I think it'll be fine. So that's what I'm choosing to do on this one. So once I attach that, this one is done. Thanks for watching, everyone.